Greetings. Hello YouTubers. Okay, today I'm going to do the read for Virgo. So I'm going to begin. I'm going to use the Earth Magic Oracle cards and my tried and trusty Alchemical Tarot. I love this particular deck. I think that the cards are actually very beautiful. I don't know if you can still get this deck. This deck is about 30 years old. I've used it for a very long time. So, yeah. Okay. I just want to mention, the next full moon we are having will be an Aries full moon. And this energy is going to be very, very powerful. Aries is a very, Aries is it's full of passion. It's, not always a good energy, because it can also, that passion has a very easy tendency to change and turn to aggression. So Aries is it's quite powerful because Arians are they're very assertive and decisive. They are very good at motivating themselves, but because of the amount of passion that they possess, that passion can very easily turn into aggressive if it's on the negative side of Aries. So a few star signs are going to be having a bit of a problem with this full moon as far as their emotions and their passions are concerned. But it's a very good time for starting new projects, because it is a very I would say, because of Arians being self-starters and being very decisive and determined and assertive, that to me says that it would be. Oh, these glasses are just glaring on the screen. I'd like you to be able to see my eyes. I think that's important. It would be a very good time to start new projects and initiate changes that you want to manifest into your life at this point in time. So just be careful, because this energy is very strong energy and it's quite powerful. And as I said earlier, it can have a tendency to get a bit out of control and be a bit of a runaway chariot. So just bear that in mind for this month, and keep a watch on your thoughts and where your passions allow those thoughts to go. So I'd say keep your ego in check for this full moon, because it's going to be quite a powerful one, and it could have a very bad effect on many, many signs. Fortunately, me being a Pisces sun sign, I am actually not affected by that, which is very fortunate, because I have a very powerful effect to things like that, and because I'm very in tune and I'm very sensitive. I actually was diagnosed with hypersensitivity when I was a child, and hyperactivity, but that wasn't the case. It was something else entirely. I just had boundless ends of energy and just didn't stop. Anyway, let's get into this and see what comes up for you today. first card off the deck is Six of Wands. Wands is a fire energy, and it's about inspiration, energy, and enthusiasm. It's ruled by Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and being a 6, its key role is in communication, cooperation, and harmony. And that's actually a really good card to have at the beginning of a reading, especially given that we're under an Aries full moon, which can make all of these things a lot more difficult for you. I am liking that is the first card off the rank, because that is actually quite a good place to be in, because it's such a good card, and it's tells you that whatever you are doing at this present point in time it's creating a good solid foundation for things in the future, because we have good communication and we have cooperation between people, situations, and that creates harmony and stability. And the next card we've got off the rank is the World. And this tells me that there is some new pathways opening up for you that are going to bring you some really good things. I think that I interpret the World in the upright position to be things coming to fruition, things that you put in motion in the past which are going to start to bear fruit now, and they will start to produce, and you will see results from what you've put in place from things in the previous. Now we've got the Fool in the reverse. Alright, so Fool in the reverse. The Fool upright tells you that it's time to take a leap of faith and to trust your intuition. The Fool in the reverse position is telling me that you're not being very trusting of your intuition at this time, and you are holding back on taking an important step that needs to be taken if you're going to bring this into fruition. You need to stop doubting your own inner knowledge. Trust your inner truth, trust your inner voice, and trust your guides and all your spirit helpers, because I think that this is like your past fears coming to haunt you, the things that you've been told and taught growing up, the things on the more negative side of the spectrum. And I feel like you need to step above that, to step out of that. You need to take that leap of faith, even though this is saying it's in the reverse. And the next card we've got is the Nine of Vessels. In the traditional tarot, this would be the Nine of Cups. Nine is about fruition of past endeavours. It's about setting goals and attaining those goals. It's about emotional fulfillment, and you're almost at the end of a cycle. If we'd have got a 10, that would have meant you were at the end of the cycle, but here we're not quite there. And I think that the fact that you're not quite there, and even though you are seeing some return for what the energy that you've put out into the universe previously, I feel as though there's something holding you back from taking that final leap. And I actually feel that these are fears and insecurities within you that you need to settle and you need to put to rest. I feel like these are fears and not how do I put this? All right, you're feeling like, okay, something's telling me that you're feeling like you have a bit of a lack of control in this situation. Like you can't take the bull by the horns and direct it the way that you want, but you actually can. These are fears that are inhibiting you from stepping forward and taking the leap that you need to be able to attain these goals. And you just need to be confident in yourself and be confident in your own power. And now I've got the Ace of Pentacles. Aces talk about opportunities, new opportunities opening up. It talks about the untapped potential within you. And Pentacles in particular talks about career and opportunity. It's material wealth, money, manifestation. It's about the home and the body. So you need to take good care of yourself right now, because I feel as though you're feeling a little bit worn out and tired, and you need to rest, because when we get tired, our brain allows things into our thoughts that we wouldn't normally think, because it is not functioning at its best. And so my advice to you would be to drink lots of water and purify your system. Maybe some lemon water would be really good, because lemon detoxifies the body, and it also gets rid of any negative energies that are around you. I actually use lemon as an anti-hexer as well. So if anybody has put any hexes, castings or bindings on you, then the lemon will clear that, and it will open up the path for you to be able to step forward free and unencumbered from those things. And the next card we've got is Seven of Swords. Swords is about communication. It's about getting to the heart and the truth of a matter. It rules thoughts and intellect, new concept, new ideas. And it's ruled by Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. It's time for reflection and assessment. It's time to look at the situations that have transpired in the past, and it's time to look at what you can take from that to be able to arm yourself to be able to move into the future. I feel like you're coming out of a phase of more negative energy, like you're moving away from those negative thoughts that have been holding you back and stopping you from being able to put these things into motion. The next card we've got Two of Pentacles. So it feels like you're trying to balance things and put things in perspective. Twos are about balance and partnership. It's about the duality of human nature. It's about the duality of self and situations, and it's about how you view those situations and how you see them. Being that it is Pentacles. Pentacles are ruled by Earth, and that rules the house of material, wealth, money, career, manifestation, home, and body. I think I mentioned that before when we got the Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles is about the birthing of new ideas, I believe, and the Seven of Swords. I don't actually like that being between these two cards because, you know, as I said, swords is sort of like about a cutting away of things, and it's getting to the truth of the matter, and there is something that hasn't had the light fully shed on it, and you are seeking the truth about this situation. And I feel as though that this truth is not going to come easily for you. It's going to be it's something that you're going to have to investigate on a very deep level, because there are some things which are being hidden. And now we've got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands has come up in the reverse position here. And so alright. This talks about mastery, action, and accomplishment. Now, Wands is about, it's fire, a fire element. It's about inspiration, energy. It's about enthusiasm. And it's ruled by Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, being in the reverse position, again, we're coming back to this card here, where this fear is stopping the progress of you moving forward, moving out of this situation into a better position for the future. And then we got the Lady of Coins. The Lady of Coins in the traditional deck would be a page. Okay. Pages are rather inexperienced in their, the way they deal with emotions and situations. They are very curious and eager to learn. So I get the impression that you're wanting to learn something new, something that you haven't been involved in before. And I believe that this is going to open new doors and new opportunities for you. You're very eager to experience life and what life has to offer. But also, because we are coming very close to being under an Aries full moon, you need to keep a very tight rein on your emotions and on your thoughts, because don't allow the power of this moon to allow your thoughts to run away with you. Be very, very, what's the word? Mindful. Be very mindful of where you allow your mind to wander at this particular point in time. And the card on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Vessels, and that's in reverse. Cups is about emotion, creativity, sensitivity, intuition, love and relationships. And it's ruled by the water signs Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio. So I don't know, maybe you're thinking about learning more about the spiritual arts, learning more about the soul and the progression of the soul, and more about yourself in general on the deeper level, on a soul level. You're moving from a place of the material into a place of the spiritual, and so now I understand why these things have come up in reverse, because this is a very new path for you, and it's something that you have not previously experienced in great depth. And when we move into a new path, there is always apprehension that comes with it. And we always have to look at the past and look at where we've been so we can formulate a path for the future. But there is something back here which is stopping you from being able to take that step. And I get the impression, the feeling I'm getting is that it's things that people are saying to you about this situation and about the way you want to choose to deal with it. I feel that however you choose to deal with it, that is your decision, and that's your path. Do not allow other people to come in and change the way you're thinking, because your thought pattern is in the right place and it's leading you to the right place. But certain things that people are saying and doing are making you wonder whether or not you've chosen the right direction. And look, a spiritual path is never wrong in my opinion, because we grow and we learn and we become smarter, wiser, stronger, and it gives us more resilience to be able to deal with life and what life brings to us and what life throws at us. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I want to pull one of the Earth Magic Oracle for the Fool, and I would like to do the same for the sword, the seven of swords here, and the 8 of wands there, because they have come up in the reverse positions, and I'd like to get a little bit more information to be able to give you so that you can better direct where you choose to go in the future, because I'm feeling that there is a resistance to the path that you've chosen. And the first card that's come out of the deck is the Green Man, and that's for the Fool. That's synergy. That's a blending of energies coming together to be able to give you what you want, what to manifest in the physical realm. So as I said earlier, I believe that all you need to do right now at this point is to be able to trust your intuition, listen to what your inner guidance tells you, and always go with that first initial thought, because the first thought is your intuition guiding you. When you get that second thought, that is your brain coming in saying, hey, no, I've got control here, but it doesn't. You should always listen to your intuition and to your gut, because that is always the correct way to go. And I've found in my life over the years that when I don't listen to that inner voice and take that first thing that came to me, that's when I end up in trouble, and I end up basically in the shit. So always listen to your intuition and what your intuition tells you, because right now it is guiding you on the right path. The next card we've got is Fire, and that's passion. And I do know that one of the cards we were talking about earlier spoke about passion. But I believe that this has got to do with this current full moon that's coming up, and what I was saying to you about not to allow those negative emotions to take a hold and take control of the situation. Do not let it become a runaway chariot. You need to hold a tight rein on those ponies right now and rein that chariot in, because at present you've got thoughts in your mind that could very easily turn into something very powerful and negative. And so you need to turn that around, and you need to push those thoughts out of your mind and replace them with more positive thought. And with the 8 of wands, the card that's come up for that one is Invocation. Ceremony. if you are planning on taking a more spiritual path and a more spiritual approach to life in the future, that tells me that that actually is the right path for you. The invocation and ceremony, it's about taking care of the inner self and invoking the things into your life that you want. It's about bringing forth the more positive energies of nature and allowing the energies of the universe to work for you instead of having to work so hard in the physical world. Allow spirit to do the work for you, if that makes sense to you. I'm feeling as though you are in a transitional phase, and there are still parts of the old phase that are calling you back, and you need to ignore that, and you need to step through and move forward into the future with confidence and with joy. That's your reading for today, Virgo, and I hope it resonated with you. I'm very appreciative of the subscribers and the watchers that I have had. I only started doing this channel a little over a week ago. And look, it's been a bit of a hard slog. I've had so many things trying to stop me from doing this. I've had people across the road using grinders. I've had dogs barking. During the day, the neighbour's dogs bark all day long, and then the other neighbour over the back fence, their dogs bark all night long. And we've got construction next door, and we've got the bloke across the road using a grinder the other day. So I've had a lot of things trying to stop me from getting this out to you, but I had an epiphany a little while ago, and it told me that I needed to get back out there and put myself back in the field again and start working, because look, I used to read cards a very long time ago. When my autistic son was born, I had to stop because he would not allow me the time to be able to do this. He was always interrupting and, you know, always demanding, and now that he is 19 and he has a bit of control over those things, I can start getting back into it, and I'm very grateful for that, and I'm very grateful for all my subscribers and all of my watchers. I love you for watching, and thank you for allowing me to be able to share this with you. That's your reading for today, and I will see you again next time. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye-bye.